Are you ready to go off the grid? Stick around. Hey folks, Keith here at Chicken Thigh Fishing, and today we are in the Chicken Thigh 1974 12-foot aluminum from Sears and Roebuck catalog. No boat ramp, nothing but woods. I'm on a very small pond that has no access to it other than there's about 4 houses on it, and the only access is through their properties. I talked to one of my friends who happens to live in one of the houses on this lake. He was gracious enough to invite me down in the boat to shoot a video, and hopefully I don't let him down. This is a very small pond. I can't imagine that it's bigger than 50 acres. But you know how those 50-acre ponds are. They get no pressure. We're gonna give it some pressure. Well, now that took a little while. And we have officially broken the ice with a largemouth bass. All right, here is fish number 1. Cheers, my friend. Got him on the edge of the pads. I've gotten a few hits. Thrown a Project Z chatterbait with a Zaco trailer, and he just came off the edge of the pads. I'm having a real tough time because the wind is blowing me all over the place. On a chatterbait on a dock. Same size. Right in the pads. I set the hook on that one, I almost fell out of the boat. There we go. Alright, they're all in the pads. Alright, back-to-back cast, same size. We're looking for a big one though. Alright, 3 casts in a row. Now we're making something happen. One. Tell you, they're hitting a chatterbait. I just can't get a big one. So after I got here, the wind started to blow again pretty rough. I couldn't control the boat at all, and when I put the anchor down, it just blew me, you know, into a place I didn't want to be, so it was very hard to control. So I spent a lot of time out in the open water, got nothing. There's a whole bank of pads around almost the entire perimeter of this pond, and then out from those pads and reeds that are up against the shore, there's more sporadic pads, and I'm getting them all with a chatterbait on the edge of the main pads that go to the shore. And then in the sporadic pads in the front, I'm pulling the chatterbait through, and that's where I'm getting them all. When I was out there, I threw chatterbait or spinnerbait. I threw 2 or 3 crankbaits. I threw a frog into the pads, got no hits. I threw a whopper plop. I threw a little swim bait. I threw something else. All of that out there in the open, and not even a hit. That guy's a little bigger. A few ounces bigger. All right, we're hitting some fish now. Not big, but hey, they're getting there. right. Decent one. Oh, where's that big one? There are big fish in this pond. I want to catch one. I want a reason to have to grab my net, you know what I mean? Alright, well, that's the first one I caught. Not on a chatterbait. And the first one not in the pads. Little guy. He was out in the open. Instead of the pads, I cast it that way. I just wanted to try something different, so I threw my chartreuse blackback Magnum Gill Sonic, and he just hit that in about 12 feet of water. So we're gonna throw that. Another chatterbait fish. I had to change up chatterbaits, and I went to a blue and black and green big blade. At least a dozen fish so far. All on a chatterbait with the exception of one on the Gill Sonic, but we haven't cracked 2 pounds yet. I mean, I'm looking for a lot bigger than that. All right, we finally cracked 2 pounds on that one. Nice fish. Nice fatso right there. All right. He beat that chatterbait up good. Nice. All right. Thank you, sir. Okay, we got him pretty good all night. It was a slow start. We couldn't catch him during dusk. Then it turned on about 10:30ish, and we just killed him all night on that chatterbait. Now, because of the wind, it was blowing me into those pads, and it was blowing me in circles, all kinds of stuff. It was really tough fishing. So because of that, I spent a lot of time in the open, and I threw a ton of different baits in the open. I couldn't get anything. The only thing I could get was a chatterbait in the pads. And we caught all our fish on that chatterbait in the pads, with the exception of I think 2 were off docks from the 4 houses that are on this little pond. And with the exception of those 2 on the docks and the one we caught on our Magnum Gilsonic crankbait, all of them were on the chatterbait. Interesting night. None of them were big. We did get one chunker, one 3-pounder. That was nice, but we're looking for that big one. Now that sun is thinking about coming up right now, so I just changed over all my rods. I only brought about a half a dozen rods with me. I just changed them all over to different baits I want to use at first light and the morning bite, and we're gonna go after it now. We gotta get that biggin'. I know there's one out there for us. I ran about 20 casts with that pompadour, and clearly that top water bite was not on. So I went back to the chatterbait. First cast. That's it. That's a halfway decent fish right there. If it's not big, it's strong. It's big. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, donkey. Donkey. Yeah. Now I have no live well. I gotta let him go. Donkey. All right, that's the fish we were waiting all night for. That is the fish we were waiting all night for. Big fish. Yes, sir. Nice hog. Yeah. All right, let's let her go. Great fish. Great fish. I love first light fishing. Ooh, that's one mad fish. That is a mad fish. Mad. Come on, man. We need another donk. There we go. That one better stick. Come on, baby. All right. Nice little guy right there. That came on a Savage gear, ready to fish, pulse tail, 4-inch, bluegill. Great swim bait. That comes in like a 3-inch and a 4-inch, I believe, and it comes in about, oh, I don't know, a dozen different colors. Great swim bait. They have a line through version and a top hook ready to fish version, and I'm fishing with the top hook one. Perfect size morsel bait, little 4-inch bluegill. It's got a great action on it, thus the name Pulse Tail. It's got a boot tail on it that just makes a really nice action. You don't do a fast retrieve on it or it rises up to the top. You do a nice slow steady retrieve and the tail does a great pulse. There we go. Oh, that's a better fish. Get in my boat. There we go on the pulse tail. Love that bait. Love that fish. It's a good looking fish right there. Yes, sir. I'd say that was a pretty good all-nighter. I was hoping for one more donk though. Dang. There we go. That's not a bad fish right there. I think he ate that pulse tail. Beauty. Nice fish. Nice fish right there. All right. Well, folks, I gotta wrap it up. Man, I am tired. That was a long night. That was a great night. Holy cow, we smashed them all night long. We had a real slow start, actually. At dusk, we just couldn't buy one. But I'll tell you what, come about 10:30, 11 o'clock, that bite turned on and it didn't turn off. They smashed that chatterbait like it was going out of style. Interesting that the chatterbait was the only thing they wanted to hit. Kind of crazy. I threw an awful lot of baits last night. I'm telling you, I threw a wide variety of baits, including a whole bunch of topwater baits. I'm very surprised I didn't get a single fish on topwater. And believe me when I tell you, I threw a lot of topwater last night. You just didn't see it on the video because, well, there was nothing to show you. I didn't catch anything. And then this morning, we hit them pretty good after sunrise. And man, that first light donkey. That's why we do it. That's why we do it. Man, what a great fish that was. Hey, if you like this video, I'd like to invite you to hit the subscribe button if you like the content of this channel. Brian and I really appreciate all our subscribers. And if you become a subscriber, the more subscribers we get, the more the channel grows and the more people it can reach. So, if you like the channel, you like the content, you see some of our other videos, hit that subscribe button. Brian and I really appreciate it. Hey, we'll see you next time on Chicken Thigh Fishing. And until then, stay fishing, my friends.